Hey guys, welcome to video 4. We're going to talk about how to analyze a product listing today. So first I'm going to show you here on the Amazon.com desktop page, like where you would see on your computer. And then I'm going to also throw in a little bit of content around what it looks like on your phone. Because in my opinion, you're going to use your phone way more when you're analyzing these things, especially if you're doing RA. Obviously not if you're doing OA, you'll be sitting at home looking at these screens on your computer. But I want to show you both so you can do both if you so choose. So we're going to take a product here that I've sold in the past. I was finding them on clearance for $35 and selling them for around $150, but the price has gone up now. So this is the product. So you're going to type in your title here in the search bar, and you find a product. So this is the exact one that I looked up. So here he is, and some of the things I want to go over here. So first thing we're going to talk about is some terms. So this is what they call the buy box right here. This is our bread and butter. This is where we make our money. So right now, bargain bin is this seller who is selling right there. And he is winning the buy box. And when I say winning the buy box, it means his price is the price that Amazon has chose to show right here. And the thing is, 9 times out of 10, customers come in here, they add it to the cart, and they check out. The thing is, there's more to it. So real quick, let's step back. This is the buy box, and his price right here is $189. That is the price that is winning the buy box. So go down here, and you see this used and new 6 offers from $100.05. So we're going to click on that, and you can look through here. Obviously, $100.05 is used. So if we go down here, we have bargain bin, and you can see he's the one winning the buy box. So he is the cheapest new price, it looks like, but we're not always looking for the cheapest new price per se. A lot of times we're looking for the cheapest prime price. But in this case, the cheapest price is not prime. And how you can tell that is the little check mark here next to it. And we're selling new products right here. So as far as new products go, we'll just select new as the condition. There's no prime offers, but if there was, it would say it right next to it. Now the thing is, prime offers can win the buy box even when a merchant fulfilled offer, which is what this guy is, meaning he ships the product himself. Prime offers, which are FBA offers, what you and I are doing, can actually win the buy box even at a little bit higher price. And we'll talk more about winning the buy box in future videos, but that's something to note. So anyway, we're going to go back here. Go back. So right here at the main page, this is the buy box. We talked about that. This is the offers and the main price. So the seller, whoever's selling it, is going to be said right here, which we talked about a little bit. But if Amazon is the seller, a lot of times I suggest don't compete with Amazon. They're hard to compete with, but don't take that to heart, because there are times, and a lot of people miss opportunities because they're so afraid with competing with Amazon. Now don't get me wrong, I would not want my whole inventory to be products that are competing with Amazon. But that being said, there is a time and a place for competing with Amazon. So we'll talk more about that in the future. So anywho, another thing here on the main screen is the ratings or the reviews. And you can tell this doesn't have a very good rating, which would explain why I had a couple of returns. And maybe if I'd paid more attention to it, I could have avoided that. So a lot of people say they want 3 stars or better. This is pretty close, and with a margin of nearly $150, I would take the bet. But you can click on those reviews and you can see what the issue is. And sometimes you can look at your product in your hand and go, okay, well, they're not going to have that issue with my product. But sometimes it's a little deeper than that, so it's worth looking into. So that's where your ratings and your reviews are at. We're going to go down here to the product description. You scroll down, go beneath all of this stuff. This is a little consumer information, but you have product description here, which the only important thing, in my opinion, really to look for here is to make for certain that your product matches up with what you're selling. If you're not careful, this could say a 2-pack of Meebo robots and you're selling one. So you got to be a little bit careful in looking into making sure that what you're selling is what you say you're selling. And obviously reading your title up here is important as well, because you never know. Same deal. It could be a 2-pack. It could be the orange one, but it has a white photo. You got to be careful. You just got to keep an eye on that kind of thing. You got to be meticulous. So scroll down here. We're going to go to, I think I passed it. Yeah, product descriptions right here. And then product information. This is probably the most important part of the page. So your product information page here, there's a few things we're looking for, but some things you can see is item weight, your shipping weight, and the ASIN. This is an important number, or code rather. It stands for the Amazon Standard Identification Number. All you need to know it as is the ASIN, or the ASIN is what some people call it. And this number is the direct link to this product. So what's important about this is it's only to one listing. They don't share ASINs between listings. So no matter what, if you were to copy this number and then go up here and paste it in your search bar, it's going to take you to this item because it is specific to this item. So that number is what identifies this specific listing. And sometimes, like I was saying, if you have a 2-pack and you want to just sell a single unit or a 3-pack or whatever, they'll have different ASIN numbers. So you need to make sure that your ASIN number matches up with the listing that you're wanting to sell on. So ASIN, important note that you're going to hear that word the rest of the time you're in this industry. So anyway, we're going to move on a little bit here. Best sellers rank. So there's some things to note here, and we're going to make a whole video just around rank eventually. But there's definitely going to be more information in the Facebook group and on the podcast about it as well. But right here, best sellers rank. This is the current rank in the category that it's in. Now, this thing in the morning could be rank 40,000. But because it hasn't sold all day or yesterday, now it's ranked 110,000. So you got to be careful with this number because it's a little bit volatile. It changes quickly. But you can't go solely off of this. This is a good indicator of, well, it's at least sold something because it's down around 100,000. But you can't base your purchasing decision just off of this number. We got to do a little more research, which is through our tools like Keepa and Camel, and Inventory Lab, and we'll do some research there as well, and I'll show you how to do that. But this is the best sellers rank, and this is where to find it. This is the best sellers rank inside of its subcategory. So you have toys and games as the parent category, then you have electronics for kids, remote and app controlled figures and robots. So it is ranked 203 out of all the remote and app controlled robots on Amazon. So anyway, here's another place to see the customer reviews and whatnot, and then you can scroll down. You can look through the rest of the similar items. Sometimes if there's a 2 or 3-pack of them or whatever it might be, then they'll be down here in the similar items sometimes, and you can click on those listings through here to see if you want to look into that more. So now we're going to move on to looking at the mobile app and what it looks like on your phone. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, here we are on the iPhone. We're going to go into the Amazon app. Already pulled up what I was showing you in the previous video. So we're going to go into Meebo Robot. We're going to search it. Here it is. We're going to click on the one we showed in the previous video. And yet again, here's some of the same things. We have the price right here, and we have who it's sold by. You can see that looks exactly like it does on the website. But here you have this used and new right here that we were talking about. That's where that button is at. And you can scroll on down here. And the most important thing I wanted to show you on the app is how to get to the features and details page. It's right here on this page. Let me highlight something here so you can kind of see where it's at. Well, it's underneath description. So you're going to click on features and details, and you can scroll down here and you can find your ASIN. That's where that number lives. Now most of the time you will still be able to see your best sellers rank number here, but in this particular case you cannot. So what you would need to do is you would need to copy your ASIN and take it over to your seller central, or rather your what's the word I'm looking for? Your seller app on your phone or your Scoutify app, and plug that ASIN into that app, and you'd be able to see a bestsellers ranking. It's in the background information for the app, so it's still available information, but sometimes it doesn't show it on the mobile app. So that's all I really wanted to show you on the mobile app, and we'll come back over to desktop. Alright guys, now we've talked about how to analyze the product listing and what that looks like on your phone. The next thing we're going to move on to is how to start sourcing. This is where we get a little bit deeper into some real material where you can go out, take action, find product, and make some money. So stay tuned for video 5. This is probably the most important part of the training. So now that we've covered some of the really basic terms and getting set up and whatnot, we're going to start moving into how to buy product and make money on Amazon. So stay tuned.